The church recommends that after this passion narrative, that each one pause and reflect and meditate on what Christ has done for us. It's a sober reflection. Something should have touched you during the readings, the Passion reading. Something must have touched you. And you reflect on it. What we have read now is not African magic. It's not a myth. What we read is not a myth. It is a fact, a historical fact, something that happened. And that is why we are here. If this did not happen, if it were just an African magic or a play, then our sitting down here is useless. And St. Paul will put it very beautifully. He said, if Christ had not died and risen, then we are, of all people, most foolish and most deceived. So, it's good we enter into it with this sober meditation and reflection, because this leads us through the Holy Week, a week of prayer, a week of reflection and meditation on the passion of Christ. I want to take us through brief spot points or highlights from the gospel today, starting from what we did outside. From outside, we reenacted what the people did when Jesus entered Jerusalem. With branches, some removed their clothes and spread it on the colt or horse. And they were shouting Hosanna and singing and praising God. Then, all of a sudden, the same crowd we had again inside the church started shouting, crucify him, crucify him. And you may think that we are better than that crowd. In the Archbishop's reflection on today's Sunday homily, Alfred Adewale Martin said that it is unfortunate that after 2,000 years, we are not better. We have not changed from the attitude of the people. In fact, he said that we have even gotten worse than them. We are betrayers, double faces. And we have to be very careful when people begin to praise you. You have to be very careful. When people are praising you, they are blowing you like balloon, and you are getting bigger. And they are pumping you. You are enjoying, and you are very happy. And the next thing you will see is that they will burst you. Boom. This is human beings. So we have to be very careful, the people around us. And we too have to be good people too. We have to be honest in our relationship with people. Not everybody around you is your good friend. Amongst those who were shouting, Hosanna, were the people who were saying, crucify him. An incident happened last 2 weeks in Abuja of a young man about 22, 23 that got his visa to travel to Canada for studies. His siblings are already in Canada. So he got his visa and he told his friends and he invited them for the Last Supper, as Jesus did for his disciples. And it was at that Last Supper that his friends poisoned him and he died. It's a fact. 2 weeks ago. They have arrested the friends and they are doing the investigation. Be careful of those who were shouting. And I believe that among those friends, some would have been clapping for him. We wish you Johnny Mercy. Johnny Mercy to the grave, or Johnny Mercy to Canada. And I was there reflecting, and I said, what saved us was not Jesus on the horse, but Jesus on the cross. Not Jesus on the horse, but Jesus on the cross is the one that saved us. So, a little bit of suffering, pain, spices life. And that is the teaching of the church. Whatever you are passing through today are there to make you, to build you up. The crosses you might be going through, death of a family member, loved ones, something tangible in your life might have been taken away, something you cherish so much, sickness. All these things are there to make you strong. They are here to give you the victory, not to destroy you. It depends on your disposition. So, it's very important. And I think we are living in a world of pleasure. Nobody wants to pass through any pain, any suffering. We want everything to be already made, no stress. And that is why many people are breaking down today, mentally, because any little thing you break down. So we are becoming more selfish. Jesus today is teaching us self-giving, not receiving. It is in giving that we are enriched, not in receiving. Though he was God, second reading of today said, he humbled himself and gave up himself, his divinity. They call it kenosis, self-emptying of himself for you and I. And because he emptied himself, God filled him. Narcissism is a philosophy that is so common in our world today. We are so narcissistic, selfish, self-centered, self-image, me. And I was reading the Greek mythology of Nessus. Nessus was a young Greek man. That is where the word narcissism was derived. So Nessus was a Greek young man who loved himself, his image, so much. And every day he will go to the pool in Greek in Athens, and he will be looking on the image, his image on the water. And he will be painting himself, admiring himself. And we are told that one day he fell inside the well and died. Selfishness kills. When you are so much concerned with yourself, your body, the flesh, there is danger. So that is point I want to mention. And look at what this young woman did. First of all, we are told that Jesus was at dinner or at table in the house of Simon the leper. Another humility of Jesus. I believe this man is called Simon the leper, probably because he was a leper and was cured by Jesus. So there was that stigma on him, Simon the leper. But this was the person that Jesus identified with.